I'm fine.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV. Hello Frank, my first time in Saudi Arabia and I can see why you keep coming back, man. This place is unreal.
It's fabulous, isn't it? I mean, look at this. This is something special, and these are the sort of things that you see in America. And look what they're doing here. The drive, the ambition is just it's breathtaking, and that is shown in this card that's on. You know, this card is just an amazing card. There's eight title fights that are all bill toppers in their own right, and they're all on one show. And all these guys, certainly the heavyweights, will all be looking for a seat at the big table for next year. Once Tyson and Usyk get it on the 17th of February, the winner of that will be looking at all these guys, and so they'll all be looking to get in and jockey into position for that to become one of those challengers. So this is going to be really, really a special night, an absolutely special night.
Frank, you put 8 or however many heavyweights on one build. It's a melting pot. Something's going to go down. We almost saw it yesterday with Big Baby Miller and Joshua, and Big Baby Miller and a little bit of Daniel Dubois. But going back to the Baby Miller and Anthony Joshua confrontation, do you think their minds are going to come, are fully focused on their fights ahead? Because they seem to be joining each other, but they've got tough fights against Otto and your man Daniel Dubois. So can you see an upset here?
Listen, they got enough on their plate, the both of them. I won't be worrying about that at this stage, brothers. They're much if you focusing, like you just said, on your opponents. Now AJ's he's in with Wallin as a southpaw. We know he struggled over his last few fights with southpaws. Wallin's also having a good win. He's beaten Gassiev, so he's got a winning mentality. AJ really seems relaxed and fancies to fight, and he can't afford to slip up. He cannot afford to slip up. He wants to fight with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's also got a tough fight. He's had one fight in just over 2 years?
Less than a round.
Less than a round. Although albeit he knocked over Elanius in that fight. He's got a tough fight. Joe Parker's not coming to make up the numbers. He's coming to fight. And again, the pressure's on them. 2 ex-world champions between them. I think it reigned for over 10 years between them. They got their hands full, and they can't afford to slip up. And the guys they're fighting, they're looking as well where they can get to. This is really live here. This is something extra special, and everybody wants a piece of it. And if you're a fighter, you always got inspiration when you're a fighter. You're in the ring, you want to win the fight. Now you've got even more inspiration, because you can go and make some serious money and be involved in some seriously historical shows. So Saturday night will be a day of destiny for everybody on the card.
Talk about destiny now, Frank. We've waited, maybe 4 or 5 years for this Joshua Wilder fight. We've almost got it. We've waited, 24 years for an undisputed heavyweight champion. We're going to see it in February. But the boxing world's also been waiting 14 years for Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn to get together. And that, when Eddie does get here in Saudi Arabia, are we going to see sort of the friendship with you two? Because we've been waiting for you two to not get it on, but have a good conversation on camera so we can see the sort of, the back and forth between you two. Do you think we'll see that?
Only if he takes that makeup off.
So that's going to be my next question. Did you do that to Eddie? Was that real?
Sorry?
Did you do that to Eddie? Was that real? Or was it makeup? Did you do that, give Eddie the scars and the cuts and bruises, or was that just makeup?
That was the meeting we had when we come out of the room afterwards. Yeah. No, look, who knows? Look, all we want to do is, like we said for years and years, we just want to make the fights, want to make them happen. All the byproduct of it is what it is. Everybody's acted very professionally, because it's in their interest to act professionally, and it's in boxing's interest for this to be a success, and it will be a success.
Daniel Dubois, obviously, with him coming off there, he just said to me that he was robbed against Usyk. You still feel he was robbed against Usyk?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't think a big debate about it again. It wasn't a low blow, in my opinion. And he certainly didn't deserve 4 minutes rest from a referee gave him 4 minutes, when at one stage he wanted to fight on himself and the referee told him to take more time out. No, he didn't. But look, that's gone, that's past. Daniel Dubois come out of that fight and he can be saying, if only, why didn't this happen, why didn't? It didn't happen. At the end of the day, a lot of people doubt his commitment to the sport or his desire. He's now got to go out and prove everybody wrong. And he's in with a guy who's also coming off of his drug problems and whatever, and he's now licensed, obviously, so he's looking to, as I keep saying, for a big seat at the table. So he's going to have his hands full. But he's a young man, he's got great hand speed, he's got great footwork, he's got massive punching power. Now we want to see the great desire. That's what it's all about for him now.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's why we love boxing, because Daniel Dubois losing against Usyk, he's probably fell down the ladder. He's got like snakes and ladders. He's down the snake right now. But if he beats Jarrell Miller, then he's back up there again, isn't he? He's back on that table that you spoke about.
We're making the opportunities for him happen, and it's now up to him to take it literally in both those hands and let those bombs go. That's what he's got to do.
Can he knock him out?
Yeah, if he catches him, he'll knock him out.
One final one for me, Frank. Obviously, you spoke about the Joshua Wilder and them taking their mind off the what's ahead of them. But in your eyes, as a boxing fan, not just a boxing promoter here, who's got the toughest fight between Wilder and Joshua in Wallen and Parker? Can you see who's got the toughest fight there?
I think they both equally tough fights for the both of them. They got a lot of pressure on them. A lot of pressure on them. You know, they can't afford to slip up. They're all getting there. Everybody's got their eyes on the big prize. That's where they're all at. And at the moment, as far as these two are concerned, they want to fight each other. They keep, everyone's been trying to get on. The key to that happening is both of them winning. And the terrible thing in boxing is looking beyond your fight, what's in front of you. They need to focus, I'm sure they will do, focus on what's in front of them, and they've got tough fights. Both of them have tough fights. You're not going to look down one side of the card on Saturday night. There will be upsets here. There will be upsets here.
I was going to say, could you see an upset? And if you do, can you pick one?
Well, it depends what you call an upset, but I mean, I think there will be upsets here.
Frank, I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm buzzing to be out here, and I can't wait. Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you.
I'm fine.